I am live on the screen. Let's put the game up. There it is. Do do do. Hello everybody! It is the day that you should never skip. It's Lego Day! And I'm back! I'm here. Thank you, Gabe. I am back in charge. Gabe is here. T-Boy's going for a shit. But he'll be back eventually and probably thoroughly confused. I can't remember what I'm doing. Let's go over here. So
Last
Gabe,
time we had this game, you had the glitch level.
I know, I did the glitch level though, off of camera, to save everybody the hassle of having to watch me do it 20 times. And Kai's not here right now, I don't think, because they're watching Deadpool 2, but I'm doing the cool music. Da, 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 da. Also, the last time we played this game, I'm pretty sure it was the time I had no game audio too. Because I had that Streamlabs problem, if you remember.
Yep.
Well, this is not a Streamlabs problem, I guess. It was a problem with my audio settings, but either way. So how are you today, Gabe?
I'm good.
Any interesting stories to share in the early goings, or?
Not really.
Wow, well done. Thanks for that.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna have something.
No.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Did you do anything interesting, James?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, Gabe. No, I haven't really, apart from going on holiday. But that's like people are. I think I bigged it up a bit too much. Because I think people are expecting me to have like loads of really cool stories, and I don't have that many cool stories from a holiday. Yeah, like it was just a relaxing holiday, to be fair. So, somewhere, actually I have to ask that, but somewhere there's a video of me cannonballing at the pool with all my relatives. That's pretty cool.
Nice. And
we played a trick on my wife where, because she was in it as well, we played the trick where we all stood on the edge of the pool and we like ran 2 steps and then cannonballed into it. So she got all set up ready to like cannonball in, but she was like half a step ahead of us. So we all like did that thing where you sort of fake run like that and then like stop. Yeah. So we did that, and then she carried on and jumped in the pool, and it was hilarious because she looked really dumb.
Aww. Poor Mrs. Squirrels. I feel sympathy.
It was pretty funny.
Did they have the bidets?
Oh yeah, the bum wash. Yeah, I'll share a bum wash story later. Actually, that's a good point. They did. There was a bum wash in my room. Yes.
Did they have the shit bin?
No shit bin. No, I can confirm. They were westernized toilets, so there was no shit bin.
Put down.
It was all westernized toilets, and there was like a weird toilet competition that my brother-in-law like really liked our toilet the best. So he kept like coming and using our toilet, and it's like we were like, fuck off, and he's like, but it's really nice. It's like, go away, use your own fucking toilet.
I would have thought it'd been the same toilet.
Huh?
I would have thought it'd been the same toilet.
I guess not. I didn't go and look at his. I wasn't that interested. But he claimed ours was better. Hey, it's Stubbo.
He's to stop. A stop-ger, stop-dergerson.
Stub-ger, No, I did enjoy. I mean, you've been to Portugal a lot, so I guess like you kind of understand that kind of thing. But I did enjoy like the culture and obviously the weather. I mean, the weather was, you know, way better than British weather. I would do it again.
I love the Portuguese culture. I'm guessing it's similar to Spain, but I'm not 100% sure. But
yeah, maybe. I don't know much about it myself, if I'm honest. So
it's a very laid back culture. Like the first time I went there, I remember my mum saying to me they have like a fiesta during the middle of the day, just like sleep and stuff.
Siesta.
Yeah, siesta.
Siesta, that's it. Siesta, not fiesta. God damn it. I was thinking.
Fiesta's like a party, right?
Yeah, no. I was thinking of.
Also, hi, T-Boy.
Yeah.
Hi, T-Boy. In Gale in Aberfuera, there is a sand culture festival called Fiesta. That's why I got confused. But when we first went, they was like, "Oh yeah, there's a siesta in the middle of the day," and I was like, "What?" Obviously, think it's just some kind of tactic to get me sleep, but no, it's actually a legit thing. Not so much on the coasts, but like as soon as you go inland, everything just stops. Like as everyone sleeps in the middle of the day.
Yeah, it's because it's too hot. That's why. It's because it's like a lot like. It's funny because everyone's always like, man, I'd love to live there. In fact, I think my father-in-law even said it. He's like, man, I'd really like to work here because he's like, then you get a siesta in the middle of the day. I'm like, yeah, but they also work till like 8 o'clock at night, like because they go home at lunch and they just don't go back to work until like 4. But when they do go back, they work until like quite well for us anyway, quite late into the evening because that's when the temperature obviously starts to go down.
Well, it depends because it depends where they work because a lot of the hotel industry is they're working 24 hours a day. Well, not 24 hours, well, almost 24 hours. But that's only during, I think it's February to October. That's their working year. Anytime before, between October and February, they don't work. Well, they do, but it's less. Like a lot of the hotel industries during that time, and it's very, very strange to see because obviously in Britain it's mostly all year round, every single work we do, like including hotel, but over there it's not. Like literally everything just stops in October, everything.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Like the culture's really cool. Like I quite enjoyed the fact that all the spirits were hand measured.
Nice.
So like my wife was having a lot of Di Serrano, and we were just laughing because like unlike in the UK where they sit there with like the little cup and measure it out, like in Spain and I imagine Portugal might be the same. They literally just bring the bottle to the table, turn it upside down, and when they think they've got enough, they stop pouring. So you end up with like a quad at least, like
it depends. But yeah, I get what you mean. Sounds like what I do, to be fair.
Yeah, probably. So right, now T-Boy's back, let me share my bum wash story.
Okay.
I know you were looking forward to this one, T-Boy, weren't you?
Yeah.
So, I did have a bum wash in my bathroom. Now, I've never seen one before, but my understanding from various people is that the bum wash is normally like a little jet of water that like shoots up your bum and then washes out your ass essentially.
Yeah.
Well, this bum wash wasn't.
Did you have like a shower head?
No. Even more weird, it was basically just a really low sink. So it was essentially a sink just at like toilet height. And all you did was fill up the bowl of water and then basically shove your hand up your ass and clean your ass like that.
Okay.
I promise you that was how it worked.
No, they're usually that height, but some
I
of
know
them,
they're usually that height, yeah, but
some of them are like, you know, in like a high school drinks fountain where you just like press a button and a piece and like water shoots up.
Yeah.
Some of them are like that. Some of them have like a mini shower head on top.
No,
I've
so
never
what
used one, just saying. But
yeah. So what this was it was literally just it was the shape of a toilet bowl, and the height of a toilet, obviously, because you're there to sort of sit on it. But it was literally just a sink. So there was like a tap, and then a plug hole with a plug in it, or a plug that you could pull in and out, and then a hot tap and a cold tap essentially. So the only thing I could think of, because I couldn't figure out how else you would use it, was that essentially what you were supposed to do is fill up the sink with water to the top, and then when you sit on it, like, essentially, like, your butt would be just about in it. Like, just about in the water. So I figured that the way it was supposed to work was you do that, and then, like, because your butt's slightly in the water, you use your hand to, like, splash your ass with the water, essentially.
On the wall. Do we have something to fit in that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out any other method of using it. Not that I used it. I did joke with the wife I should use it for cultural thing, and I did fill it with water, and then I was just like, I don't know whether I'm doing this right, so I don't really know whether I was supposed to use this or not. So I didn't bother.
Did you just use the provided toilet roll?
Yeah, I mean it was just a Western toilet, like, you know, it's just the same as any other toilet. I said to Gabe while you were out, like, Gabe asked if there was a shit bucket. There wasn't a shit bucket. Like, you know, it was all just a regular, like, westernized toilet.
Yeah.
But what's really weird is that the way the villa was laid out is like, so all the rooms were downstairs, which makes sense because, you know, it's cooler downstairs, obviously, at night.
Yeah.
So I get why they was like that. That didn't confuse me. What did confuse me is that each room was like slightly different from the others. So like, 2 rooms on one side, which my parents-in-law and my sister-in-law were in, shared a bathroom. So that's not unusual, I guess. But you know, there was that. And then my brother-in-law, his wife, and the 2 kids were in another room. And why can't I do that? And then in their room, it just had like an ensuite bathroom, but no bidet or anything. Just like a normal hotel bathroom. And then our one had a normal hotel bathroom, but with the added bidet. And I couldn't figure out why they only put the bidet in like one room. It was confusing me.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
How do I knock this down? Oh, like
Well,
that.
each person has their own preference. I'm guessing like, the bidet's provided for like the French or something. Like the Japanese have like the most zany fucking toilets where the bidet's like built in.
Yeah, I mean,
and you can have it play music to disguise you having a poo.
I can tell you that the villa definitely had lots of various foreign people because there was like an outside toilet for the pool that they put in, sort of behind the bar area. Like there was a sort of separate shower room and toilet for the swimming pool, and in there they'd put up loads of like postcards and like beer adverts, and that's quite cool actually. But they were all like, there was like various foreign ones, so it was sort of like one wall was British, one wall was German, one wall was French. Which I assume they did because, you know, that's the kind of countries they get visiting it, because I don't know why else you'd put it up.
Yeah.
It was good, I enjoyed it. But I don't, like I said to Gabe, I don't have a lot of holiday stories really, it's just a really nice holiday.
Yeah.
And you
I
guys didn't burn the place down while I was gone, so that was good.
Yeah, I helped before.
Wow.
Sorry, what?
Are those giant
Wow.
eggs?
Yeah. Wow, what?
You saying I didn't help?
You helped, but you know, there's only one general in the army.
Oh shit, it's Jurassic Park!
No.
It is like a Jurassic Park!
How would they be here?
No, I'm fighting with T-Boy.
Don't fight, kids. Everybody did work. I was happy with the way it went while I was gone. I was pleased it all seemed to work swimmingly.
Yeah, I had a trifecta of streams this week, last week, which was nice. I was too fucking tired on Saturday though.
That was fun. You did your 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think the only I think there was only one stream that didn't get a lot of traction really. If I'm not
my
mistaken,
solo Lego one.
which
Yeah.
was the solo Lego one. But I also think there was lots of other factors involved with that because it was like Britain's Got Talent Week and all sorts of other things.
Stream,
That's
Dr.
right.
Scan's
Bethesda
Forum
did that
stream.
6-hour stream that told nobody anything.
10, mate. 10 hours of a screen saying please stand by.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Nutters, a bunch of them.
I'm looking forward to seeing what that game's gonna be, but I'm not that. If it is what it's rumored to be, I'm not My interest is lost at that point, I'm afraid.
I like 4chan's theory that it's actually going to be you're stuck in a vault and then you're forced to play a video game and it's going to be Skyrim.
Speaking of that sort of stream that you did,
Yes.
the reason why I wasn't there when I should have been was I was in an escape room.
Yeah. Gabe decided to pay money to lock herself in a room.
Yep, I paid money to lock myself in a room, and I paid money to escape a room.
You?
So you know, it's all fun.
Did you win?
I did. I escaped. That day we escaped with, I think it was 12 minutes, 13 seconds left. And then yesterday I did another escape room, and I escaped with 19 minutes, 7 seconds.
Yeah, that was interesting, because, and I can't remember who said it, but we were all sitting in chat. Oh, hey, Chris. Hey, Mr.
Hey, Chris. You are correct.
Chris.
The trappers didn't do a good enough job.
Somebody was saying in chat yesterday, actually, when you were at your escape room again, like, why is Gabe always at escape rooms at the minute? Which I thought was quite funny.
Does that fun?
Yeah, it's funny though that like you did like 2 in the space of like a week or whatever.
Oh yeah, the guy was. It was the same guy who did the previous room, and he was really confused. He was like, "Weren't you here like less than a week ago?" And we're like, "Yeah, we enjoyed it." Basically, rip Chris.
Chris has 2 accounts, though.
Hey.
Chris has 2 accounts, one of which might have dislikes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, what you've learned here, Chris, is a valuable lesson.
Anyone new who joins the chat will not be able to see that message, just so you know.
Oh, okay, I did it. Wait, what did I don't know.
I'm gonna build this little car. Yay, I did it.
You can never use that.
Whee! Oh god! Okay.
But escape rooms, basically they're super fun, and the first one we paid, I think it was £85 in total for 5 of us to go.
Jesus
bad.
Christ. It's not bad,
Then-
but it's... Well, it doesn't sound bad, but it's still, like, a lot of money
No,
to
it's-
get
Per
locked in a
person,
room.
It's less than 20 quid. It's like £15 a person.
I don't know, how many people were there?
It's £17. It goes up
Okay.
every person you add, but basically, I think it was the one we did yesterday was a £45 total, which was £9 each, because it was 6. No, it was 5 of us. 5 of us who went, and yeah. So
I've always fancied doing one.
Yeah.
we should do one. We should do one. It'd be great.
No.
Yes.
Can I
Yeah.
drink? Can I drink?
In the one I went to, if you
Oops.
drink, you can't be obviously drunk.
That is fine. It's very hard to get me obviously drunk. Right, we're going to do escape room then, guys.
Yeah,
So-
it'd be good team building.
I mean, yay.
So, given that we're both in the south and you're in the north, that means you have to come to us, though.
Or you can go to Birmingham and meet in the middle.
Or
How
you
is
can
that the
come
middle
to
to me?
us. I
Right,
mean,
more middle
is
to you
it
than
the
it is to
middle?
James.
Yeah, the Birmingham is like... How far is Birmingham away from me? That's a good question. I can't even remember. I suppose
Closer
Birmingham's probably like an hour, maybe, from me? Something like
Birmingham's
that?
an hour and a half from me.
Yeah, it's probably about an hour, I think.
So it's further from me than it is from James, so you know.
I don't know about trains, mind you, but it's about an hour driving.
Yeah, you can drive, I'll get the train, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but T-Boy can get the train to you, and then he could get a lift with you.
That's the true escape room. James having to still with me on a road trip.
God.
Why is it thing so far back?
But there is what I usually go to. The company I usually go to. There is a it's called HQ. There is one in Birmingham. So
Events
Actually,
said
what I
they
did
will
today.
try and bring the AH escape room to all the other RTXs.
Oh god, please don't let me an escape room RTXL.
I mean, they've done it at Austin for a while, right? So...
Okay, please let someone else build the escape room at RTXL.
Why would you have to deal with it?
Guardian, yo.
Yeah, I know, but aren't you like a technical guardian, or don't you know that yet?
I'm not I didn't apply for technical.
Ah, what's your guardian then?
I'm either the response team or the freelancers. So the freelancers are the people that will fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So in theory, if I was a freelancer, then I'd have to go to the escape room if asked.
Oh, you can fill my gap. What? T-Boy sounds like he's just like done with life today. T-Boy, you okay?
I've just had a Red Bull to keep me up at 8 o'clock and it's not done a thing. So
are you working too hard, dude?
Yeah, I know. But
don't overwork yourself.
Guys.
Unless it's for limited night, in which case overwork yourself.
Alright, cheers. What do you say, Gabe?
In Birmingham, there's an escape room called Elevator.
That was my idea for the film from the M. Night Shyamalan one. That would have been a fucking sick name for it.
There's also Bunker 38, which is the most easiest escape room there is.
Was it just like find the key, giant key in the middle of the table?
No, but the Bunker 38 is one I did with my friends, and basically we almost escaped, apart from the last lock, and my friend was in a food coma, and we sent her out, so technically she escaped, but we didn't.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, who invented the first escape room? Like, how did that become a thing?
Joseph Fritzl.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, come on, you walked right into that one. Oh, Chris came with another one.
Chris comes in with Hitler. No, it's a genuine question, because
No,
I don't know where the trend of escape rooms came from. Like, I always feel like it's kind of tied into the Saw movie franchise for some reason.
There's an artificial intelligence one. Ooh.
Gabe is like, we've lost Gabe now. Gabe's just down a fucking rabbit hole of checking for escape rooms. It's supposed to be a video podcast, and Gabe's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just look up escape rooms for hours.
In Warrington, there is a escape room called the Vault, and basically not all the clues are in the actual escape room. Like, you've got to do some previous research before you go in, and it's a really interesting concept. Like, they have a website called National Bank of Money, and on there there's like all different clues to find stuff, and there's also like a jackpot code somewhere, and you get like 50 grand. It's great. Not actual real money, in-game money.
You just got the fucking hopes on.
I know, right?
See, this leads on to a discussion we were having, I guess it was last night or maybe the night before, about like publicity stunts and things.
Yeah.
Where we were all trying to remember like some of the weirdest publicity stunts that like games devs and that have done.
Mine's still favourite the Seattle bomb scare.
Gabe, do some research for me, because I obviously can't. Can you try and find out what the marketing stunt was, which game it was where they sent journalists like a ticking clock in a box that everybody thought was bombs? Like, does that make sense as a description?
1 second. Watch Dogs PR.
Yeah, it was Watch Dogs. There you go. I remember that being a thing.
Guns, goats, and bomb scares when game PR goes bad.
Wow, there's like a whole category of that.
Are you on Kotaku?
Huh?
That's what I'm on. Kotaku.
Oh no, I'm on the one down from Adventure Beast.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough.
PR's a thing, right? Like, it can go very badly wrong.
We need to find a way past those guns.
There have been some terrible publicity stunts which have gone wrong. But no, it's worth trying at least, because no press is bad press.
I mean, it still gets them, I guess, a fair bit of attention, huh? Even when it goes wrong like that.
What's that guy next to him doing?
And I guess in the case of the Watch Dogs thing, I remembered it, even if I didn't remember what game it was for. So
yeah,
that's...
there was that one, and then there was another one, I think it might have been Watch Dogs 2 or something stupid, where they put, it might be Watch Dogs as well, actually, where they put loads of, like, LED lights around the city, and the police thought they were bombs.
Chris, to answer your question, there isn't one where you go in deaf, but there is one where you can go in blind. It's called Sacrifice.
Dave knows way too much about this.
I like escape rooms, okay?
Actually, no, okay, I'm gonna throw a little bit of shade at you here, Gabe. Kinda.
Right.
So, did you
Right.
pay? Did you pay to get into the escape room, or did somebody buy you the tickets for your birthday?
We split the money. We split the cost between all of us. Actually, on the second one yesterday, I paid for my mum as well. So.
I see you've enjoyed playing with my pets.
Oh no, the
Let's
one
see
we
if
did
you
yesterday is
enjoy
called Dungeon of Doom, and
with this
basically
one.
one of you has to be split off and put in a cage separate from everyone
Oh,
else.
that sounds sick.
And it was Becky. It was Becky who went in, as some of you may know her. Apparently the guy went. I don't normally like to move stuff this fast, but I'm gonna have to blindfold you and lead you in. You're just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, but she could.
Becky's
she could
in there.
She could take her blindfold off as soon as the timer started, so because she had to figure out stuff to get out of the cage. But yeah.
Anyway, you throwing shade or we're ignoring that?
Well, all I was gonna just make a semi-joke shade throw, which Gabe will probably not be very happy with. Which I was gonna be like, so you can afford to go to escape rooms, but you can't save up for a PC game, huh?
Whoa!
No shade.
Too much shade.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, because escape room's fucking £19. The PC's over
But if you
fucker.
But if you saved that £19 and you saved that every month.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah, but I also have over £300 saved, James.
Well done. You're doing well. It's fine. How do I kill Rhino? Does anybody remember?
Approach him for his horn. AK-47, I think. That's all.
I don't think that's part of the game, dude.
Winter Soldier has one.
I'm not Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Oh wait, hang on. Do I have to make him charge at the wall or something?
more than
Oh wait, no. There's a thing to build there. I think somehow. There we go. There we are.
we're getting there.
This will be it. Probably, maybe.
Is it a rhino trap?
Looks like a giant pumpkin, actually.
Speaking of the Lego, did anyone see the trailer for the Lego Movie 2?
I saw that there was a trailer for it, which I'm actually quite interested in. So I really
It
enjoyed
looks
the
good.
first one.
It looks funny. That is
I'm
actually
gonna-
fun.
I'm gonna guess I have to like make him run into the pumpkin, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we know, everyone knows rhinos are definitely allergic to pumpkins.
I don't know. What else am I gonna do? Go on, Rhino. Ah!
The first date.
See, it worked.
What happened?
He just ran into the pumpkin and got injured.
No, I'm talking about Chris's date.
Oh, Chris's date. I mean,
date.
Chris is like in a relationship, so it probably went quite well.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Assuming that it was his current girlfriend that.
I'm assuming it, 'cause, yeah. There you go. So.
Wow, is that film really 3 years old? Holy shit! Boom.
Would you say, Chris, that was the first building block to a relationship?
I see what you did there.
Never. Oh, Rhino's gone.
Tim,
I
gone? What?
suppose I must do everything myself.
The scary blue tin. Rhino.
Alright.
Shield is too strong for my powers to counteract.
Oh no.
So you went on your first date, didn't date for a year, then got together, and then you together 3 years. So Lego Movie came out 4 years ago. Actually, that makes sense because I was in Hong Kong when it came out. Or it was on.
What were
it
you
was on-
doing in Hong Kong?
I have shit to do, man. But yeah, so no, it was on the plane. So that was about a year. 2014. So yeah, 4 years ago Lego Movie came out.
That was a good film. I enjoyed that film. Lego
I
Batman.
didn't think I was gonna like it. Lego Batman, I didn't like.
I've not seen it, but I've seen enough where I'm just like, I'm just not necessarily enamored to want to watch it. I do own it. It's one of those things where I own it and I've just never bothered.
What is this, like a Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it for the gay propaganda.
The what?
When the film first came out, it got a load of criticism for being homosexual propaganda.
Oh, what? Because of
Because-
Robin?
No. Because of the relationship Batman and the Joker had.
Ah. Okay.
So that's why I
Wait,
watched it.
he has a gay relationship? I'm confused.
Supposedly.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Pass.
I fell asleep during it. I woke up. Some shit's happening.
So do you want to know a? I'm gonna give you a controversial opinion now on films. Okay.
If there's anything about Batman versus Superman again, I'm going to leave.
No. That Tim could fight that battle on his own. That's nothing to do with me. No. This one's actually, it might even be more controversial than that one. To be fair, depending on your point of view. I'm gonna say it now. The Emoji Movie, not that bad.
Leave.
That was not as bad as everyone said it is. It's another one of those classic things.
It's a film about emojis, man.
It was perfectly fine for like.
Fuck off.
It was perfectly fine for something to watch for a couple of hours or an hour and a half or whatever the time frame of that film was.
Chris, do it. You're justified, mate. Just fucking unsubly go fuck off. Anyway,
Why?
so
What is wrong? Right, tell me what's wrong with it apart from the fact that it features emojis.
Okay, the storyline's terrible. There's about 15 million plot holes.
How is that storyline
to voice a shit?
Well, that's up to Patrick Stewart, dude. Like, you know.
Oh, he knew what he was doing getting it.
Yeah, that's down to him.
Bye, Chris.
No, what I want to know is, apart from the fact it's a movie, like that, the plot of that film is the same as like half a dozen other films.
Yeah, but half the other
Like
half
that.
of the films did it better.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say that about anything.
Yeah, I can, and I'm saying about this. There's more best. The Emoji Film is not a good film.
I didn't say it was a good film. I said it was alright. I said it was a watchable
It's not
film.
an alright film.
It is. It's entirely watchable for like an hour. Or however long that film is.
You're saying you can't get through the whole film?
Well, however long it is, dude. I don't know how long the runtime is.
Too long, and I lost too much of my sanity.
See, you watched it.
No, I didn't.
No, well, there you go. If you haven't seen it. See, that's why I don't comment on the fact.
There's no way you can win this argument!
There's no
You
way.
watched it.
I did watch it, yeah.
No, it's just like, you watched it. No, I didn't. Well, you didn't watch it! What if I did? But you hadn't, you watched it. It's like, fuck's sake.
No, the point... You can't say it's bad if you haven't watched it. It's the same reason I don't say Batman vs Superman is bad, but I also don't say it's good, because I've not seen it, so I can't cast an aspersion on it.
I've seen enough of the trailers to say it's bad.
What, the Emoji Movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just going to have to agree to disagree, I'm afraid. I don't think it's good. I'm not going to give it like a 5-star or 4-star rate or anything. It's just a solid middle-of-the-road film. You know, like a solid 2.5, maybe 3 stars or something.
Do you know what's better to watch for a good 2 hours of middling, James?
Porn?
Paint Dry.
No. Have you ever tried watching paint dry? Do you know there was a dude who did that? He did a film that was like 5 hours long watching paint dry.
Didn't he do that to just piss off the BBFC because they had to watch it?
Probably.
Yeah.
There's also a film called like, what's it called? Like something Sleep, and it's just literally a dude asleep for like 24 hours. Like the film is literally like 24 hours long, and it's just a guy asleep in a bed.
24 hours sleep. You know?
We have arrived.
But yes, okay, Emoji Movie, blah blah. Fine. I'll let this one slide because we're on a podcast. We've got a little.
Tim's controversial opinion of Batman vs Superman is a different kettle of fish, though. Don't paint me with the same brush. Like,
No, but Tim then wanted to make a YouTube video about that, so you know. Yeah, but Ice Poseidon is one of the weirdest fucking creatures known to man when it comes to Twitch streaming. Like, how he's got a following, I don't understand. He's got an army of
I know who
andes.
Ice Poseidon is.
He's a famous Twitch streamer. He used to be a YouTube streamer. I think they banned him. The best way I can put it is there's actually no good way to put it without insulting someone.
I need to report back to the
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. So he's a famous streamer, and he's
Be
fucking-
controversial. You can insult him. He's not
The
going to
dude's-
watch this anyway.
I'm 90% sure the dude's got autism or something. But
Wait.
90% sure.
That's fine.
And he just doesn't try to restrain or anything. He'll let himself be as awkward or as immature as possible. He's faked a breakup. He's had nip slips and stuff on his stream. If you go onto Reddit's live stream fails, guaranteed he's on the front page somewhere on it. Every time. Yes, that's that.
Yeah.
But then again, there are better Twitch streams that you can watch. So, or if you like watching streams, subscribe to them as well.
Yeah.
How'd you know? Stark Tower, Stark Industries, Starkland. Call it a hunch.
I just checked Facebook, right?
So,
And my
where's this
mum's
jet of
shared an
yours?
event called Grab It and
Parked all
Bang
nice and safe
at
in
Manchester
Central
Rock and
Park.
Bike
I
Fest.
think.
Manchester, yeah? When?
Friday the
To be honest,
29th
my
of
head's
June.
still kind
Alright,
of
well,
funny from
Grab
that trip
it
in the
and
flying
bang.
submarine. Lady Liberty
Yeah,
shook a
I
few brain
don't know
cells loose.
what it is.
Alright. I mean, it's good advice. You do need to grab it in order to bang.
We need you to
You
follow
don't
those
have
villains
to.
into orbit.
It's a, we're delighted to be invited. Oh, it's a band. Grab It and Bang is a, yeah,
Grab it and
Okay.
bang is a band.
yes.
I mean, it's
apparently they
no
won Battle
Death
of Bands in
Wish.
2017. Still.
Yeah,
Wait,
literally,
what battle of the bands?
Chris has just messaged me, and Ice Poseidon's stream fails already. I mean, it's ridiculous.
God damn it! Where's Spider-Man?
Okay, we're
Oh
here.
fucking hell!
It's even on the bottom as well about some secret relation. Jeez, why is Spider-Man underwater? Wait, how did he get out? Spiders can't get out of the bath.
But wait,
That's his ultimate weakness.
Wait, Gabe, you can't get out of the bath.
I don't take baths in the first place.
So, how is that relatable?
Alright.
Some baths are tiny.
That's just
It's true. I got stuck in a bath once. My wife had to help me out. It was one of those.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm a fat man, T-boy, and it was like a corner bath, and the bottom of it was super slippy. So like every time I tried to stand up, I just skidded back into the bath again.
That sounds amazing to watch.
And I'm
It-
also fat.
To be fair, she was laughing quite a lot at me, so I assume it was pretty funny.
I would have been as well, mate. I mean, that's ridiculous. Quite sure.
Oh, there's a,
Hey, to be honest, I just thought I was gonna hurt myself more than anything else. Like, because it was
Speaking of corner
so
baths.
slippy. But yeah, it's corner what?
corner baths.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
looking at houses to rent near me, and there's like this one-bedroom cottage, and it's got like a corner bath and like a really weird bathroom, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to try and rent this place.
I suppose if you're renting, it's not a problem. If you own a house with a weird setup like that, it's normally not a good thing. Because, like, our house is like that. We've got, like, a weird house where the rooms are all, like, slightly the wrong size. So, like, we can't get, like, for example, we can't get, like, just a normal standardized bath.
Yeah.
Because, like, our bathroom is, like, half a foot too short. So you can't just
Rip.
buy, like, a off-the-shelf bath and put it in there. Not that we have a bath, we just have, like, a walk-in shower, but, you know.
They're better though, I think.
Yeah, we had, like, a wet room in that, basically. It's like a...
You've got to have a bath though, Sue, because otherwise your property value goes down.
See, now, here's my thing with baths, and why... I used to have baths all the time as a kid, and then, like, when my dad got a bit infirm, we put a wet room in, because it's a lot, you know, a lot easier to make sure you're clean and all that if you have a wet room when you're infirm, because you can just walk into it and clean yourself and walk back out again. There's no climbing in and out and all the rest of it. But here's my problem I realised with baths afterwards, as we dramatically look at whether this is being built. Here's my problem, is that when you have a bath, you're essentially just sitting in your own shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I
mean,
don't
as
like
long as you wipe
baths.
your ass sufficiently, you won't be sitting.
Well,
Shit.
alright, but
Yeah, but you
general dirt then, whatever, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
You
like,
still
you're-
sat in wet.
Oh no, I don't feel clean after a bath. I'm agreeing with you guys.
I don't like baths because one, they're too silent, and two, I just don't feel clean after them anyway. That's why I prefer showers. So if I did try and rent this place, I'd be like, nah, I can't. I need a shower.
Yeah, my shop. When I was living in my flat, the shower was absolutely terrible. It was a bath shower thing, but it was just, it wasn't ventilated. There was no windows. The mold basically sprung up from day one and only slowly got worse. Talked to the landlord, was like, it's a shithole, mate. Oh, sort out move out day. Had all these house rooms, and every single one of them was like, oh yeah, there's mold in the bath.
Wait,
And,
wait. Oh, because it's not well ventilated, I guess? Is that the problem?
I can't dry the entire bathroom walls and ceilings and stuff before I go to work, and the ventilation fan, I don't even know where it went to, to be honest.
Yeah, that was what I was kind of getting at. There obviously wasn't a very good ventilation fan or
It was a
something.
converted pub, so, you know, it wasn't gonna be great. I mean, the flat was fucking amazing. It's just the bathroom and the heat. Just anything involving hot water was terrible, apart from the sink.
Sounds like this bungalow, to be fair. Because it doesn't have a combi boiler, it has the one where you have to turn it on and wait for it to warm up. So like anything is bad. You're trying to get any hot water is just bad.
Yeah, it's like my dad's uncle's cottage was like super old, so like it had no central heating, it just had like a log fire. And that was the only heating in the house, which is probably why they've bulldozed it by now, I imagine.
Yeah, fair.
That's what this was like, but
because like nobody would move into it because you couldn't even put central heating in there. Like you'd have to gut the entire house just to put it in. So
yeah, that's what happened in this bungalow 2 years ago. They actually gutted it and put all central heating in, but you can't have gas because it's way too far off the grid. So we've got oil in the garden.
Oh yeah, you got oil heater.
LPG.
Gentlemen,
Liquid petroleum gas.
ew, liquid petroleum.
Maybe, I don't know.
It wouldn't be LPG because that's how you transfer natural gas.
Anyone have a
Yeah, you can. There was a real thing for LPG a while back. Like they were going to convert cars and stuff to it. And...
It's because it's surprisingly clean. It's surprisingly clean for the environment. Just the problem is that you've got to pay massive fucking special made shipping containers to move them around the world. I think Japan use.
Well, the other problem is that it's depending on the type of vehicle, it can be quite potentially dangerous. Like, because I used to be really into Land Rovers. Like, there was a big trend of like Land Rovers getting LPG fitted because they're like the Land Rover fuel economy is just crap because it's a four-wheel drive. It's not designed to drive on roads really.
Nice.
And but like LPG like in a Land Rover is fine, except that the tank some of the time is on the bottom. So if you go off-roading in it, you have to be like really careful because otherwise you rip the tank open and basically blow the fucking car up.
Yeah.
Which makes it more exciting.
Speaking, yeah, that's terrifying. You know how cars are like really awkward. Like I know T, you probably won't have this problem, but James, you might. Like not fitting in cars and stuff.
You sound fat, Gabe. So...
I'm saying I'm also fat. Because my mum, I was speaking to mum today. I was like, I should get a 4x4 as my first car, and obviously no, it's not reasonable because of the fucking insurance on it. Then she's like, how about Suzuki Jimny, which is like a tiny ass 4x4 type car. Truck.
What is it?
So I could be driving a tiny 4x4.
You can have a little babby 4x4. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I can't say it's been a real problem for me, but then I do now own a 4-wheel drive, so that probably helps.
Yeah. No, it's less like I know I fit in my driving.
Oh, hey,
car.
Whiskey. Whiskey's first car was a Ford KA. That is a small car.
Nice.
Never hate on the Ford KAs, man.
I mean, he's also right though. Like, my first car was a Rover Metro, and if you got it to 60 miles an hour, the steering wheel would just shake uncontrollably. Like, it was not designed to go above like 40 miles an hour.
Sounds like my brother's car.
Did I ever tell you about the time I rode my 125 on the motorway by accident?
Oh God. Why would you do that to yourself?
I took a wrong turn and just went with it. Right, so there's anyone who's got an Android will understand. I'm not sure about Apple phones, so I'm not going to bring them into it. But Android's got Google Maps, and Google Maps got, you know, Route Finder.
Yeah.
So, you know, so what I used to do is put one headphone in so I can still listen through the helmet, balaclava, and earmuffs, and it just get the direction. So this is the first time me going from really southeast England. I mean, like I was on the coast of southeast England to London. On the motorway, about an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah.
On A roads, about 3 hours. So I'm riding, you know, doing all that, and oh yeah, do this, do that, and I'll take a turn onto the M20. Wait, what? M24. So I'll get on there. So I'm riding. I'm like, it's only way for me to turn. I was like, there's about 16 cars waiting for me to try and get past 60. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. So I get on the M20. No, it's not the M24. It's like the M14 or the M10 or something. I can't remember exactly which one. And so I'm now on a motorway. Freaking the fuck out. Like, literally, I'm not sure what screaming out.
Wait, what were you driving?
Yamaha YBR 125 on a provisional license with learner plates on.
Okay.
Which,
That's like
if anyone doesn't know, is illegal. And
Not anymore.
yes, it is.
No.
On a 125, it is. If you're on a CBT, it is, Gabe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You carry on with your cars, you carry on with your 4 wheels and your fucking mini by 4. I'll do the bikes, yeah?
Yeah.
Back to the story. So, I'm on there, and I'm in the middle lane because there's a fuck ton of trucks on the left, and there's some people basically trying to push me off the bike. Like, tailgating, that's the one. Hey, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
Hey, Kai.
So, luckily for me, I've got on. So, one of the truckers has braked and then honked and signalled for me to get in between him and the other truck. So, I'm defended by these 2 massive fucking lorries.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like, you know, come here, little brother, we will take you in. Where are thou going? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just riding, I'm like, I don't know where I'm going. And I just looked to my left, it says 14 miles to Lewisham. I'm going 60, so 14 miles is 14 minutes. So I just thought, I could do that, or get off the A road and spend another hour riding. Then it starts to rain, and that's just made the decision for me.
God.
Yeah, so I'm there, dressed up like the most gimped up lollipop man you could ever imagine, because I had bright yellow and black textile jacket.
At least you're visible.
Yeah, and I borrowed these from work. Bright yellow waterproof trousers.
To be fair, by the sounds of it, it's about the only
light.
thing that kept him alive was being so visible.
No, it wasn't that. It was the truckers kept me alive because it was terrifying. And then, as I was going, it just slowly dawned on me that the fact is now I've got to try and get out of the turn to Lewisham with a giant fucking lorry behind me. Which wasn't the most fun part. But then, as I started indicating like 5 minutes before, and the truck fucking slowed down to let me in. It was incredibly lucky. And that's when I realised that Google Maps has an option that says avoid motorways.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to press, which I forgot to tick.
Oh God.
See, there was
I got home in 2 hours, which is fucking good going.
There was a news report. I don't know where it was, but it was shared on like the local community page on our Facebook here. But I don't think it was local. But it was like some. I mean, let's be honest, they were an old lady. This old lady had gone on the motorway on her mobility scooter.
Oh, yes.
And
Nice.
Because she refused to stop, the police had to do the rolling roadblock to stop her.
Yeah.
God.
Which is just brilliant. Like, as an image, it's just perfect. This tiny little scooter. And then, like, 3 cop cars basically, like, surrounding her.
Yeah.
Fine, thank you, Kai. How are you? How was Deadpool? No spoilers.
Yeah, please no spoilers. I'm most likely going to go see it Sunday. I don't know, because Neve's doing her masters, I don't actually get any free time because I stay here. I don't get to do any... I know, we're doing stuff on Sunday, aren't we?
At some point. I mean, like, you know.
I'm doing
Sorry.
stuff on Sunday then.
I don't know. I'm doing something. Life in the slow lane. OAP takes mobility scooter on motorway.
There you go. There you go. There was
That was
always a
Russell Howard's good
guy,
news.
when my work was in a different location to where it is now, because the warehouse moved a couple of years, about about 4 or 5 years ago. But when I first started working for him, I used to have to drive loads of back roads to get to work, like down country lanes, and there was always an old boy on his little mobility scooter around the back lanes that I guess he was going to town. I don't really know what he was doing, but I always assumed he was going to town or something.
Yeah.
But he was that was another one of those situations where like you come flying round a like blind bend because it was in the arse end of nowhere, and then there's just a mobility scooter in the middle of the road with a guy going me down the
Fucking just searching mobility scooter on motorway on Google Images is the best thing.
God damn it, Gabe.
Gabe's down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
It's the second rabbit hole she's gone down tonight.
No, it's great.
Compilations.
I'm actually gonna post pictures in the gallery.
Okay. Yes, because that's a pension on a mobility scooter. Basically.
No, it's just
Someone's
what comes
badly
up.
photoshopped an old man on an F1 track. That's what it is, James.
Kai, alright, I'm going to ask Kai a question about Deadpool here that won't be a spoiler. Kai, would you say better or worse than the first one?
I was going to ask that.
Alright, sorry.
No,
Would
I
you
was
like
just
to
really
ask
happy that
Kai?
me and you had the same minds.
You can ask if you want. I mean, you...
It's late now. You just asked. I'm not angry. I was surprised because I was waiting for a lull in the
Alright.
conversation.
Yeah, I'm curious because Deadpool, like, I saw that on DVD. No, I didn't. I watched it on Netflix. Was it Netflix?
So you have seen it.
Oh, I've seen it. It's one of the few superhero films I'm kind of up to date on.
Hey,
I'm way behind on like everything else, but like Deadpool, I really like the Deadpool character. Like, there's, I don't know if we've ever discussed that while playing Marvel superheroes, but like my favorite Marvel characters are Deadpool for sure, and Punisher, and somebody else who I'm trying to think who the fuck it is.
Have you seen The Punisher then on Netflix?
I started it and I got distracted by something else, so I ended up not watching it. But I'll get back to it eventually. I'm on a Brooklyn Nine-Nine kick right now, so
Yeah, I'll let you
Nice.
off that one. I'll let you off that one.
that's fucking hilarious. That show, man. I was watching it on lunch at work, like, because I've tapped into my company Wi-Fi, and my boss doesn't seem to care because he's seen me watching Netflix on my lunch, so I guess he doesn't care. But
As long as you're eating lunch, you know.
I watched it. I like, because they're 20-minute episodes. Like, I can get like one and a half in on my lunch, so like half an hour. So if I really want to push it, I can get 2 in and just take an extra 10 minutes if he doesn't notice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've taken to watching it on lunch at the minute, and it's so good just sitting in the office watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
One thing I'm sad about is that Netflix only has up to season 4. It doesn't have season 5 on there yet.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's gonna do. Yeah, carry on.
He's gonna reload it.
You leave me no choice. This
I'm listening
will
still.
be
But no, yeah, I did watch Deadpool 1 on Netflix, and I did really enjoy that film, but I think they did a good job with the character. So this might be, if I can convince the wife to go, it might be one of the few films I watch at cinema.
Yeah.
But
I
Kai
enjoyed
is saying it's
Deadpool 1
equal.
more,
I
I
don't know
thought.
if we actually mentioned Kai's response.
Yeah, we're
but...
saying at least as good as well.
He has decent aim. Watch out.
I don't want to fucking vouch for it. Fuck off.
Alright.
I enjoyed Deadpool 1 more than I thought I would.
Yeah?
It's
Oh, yeah.
really
Really similar.
hard to make that character not good.
Yeah.
You'd
Like,
be surprised. Someone could fuck it up easily.
oh, they could, but I think like that's where, for me, like a lot of superheroes, I'm not too bothered about the casting as such. But I think like in that specific case, Ryan Reynolds just like, because he's a wise ass, he plays a wise ass character really well anyway. Like, I think he was absolutely perfect for that role.
Well,
Like,
he's played Deadpool before, didn't he? Yeah, they did fuck him up excellent.
yeah,
Hard to say that.
well, he didn't actually play Deadpool in X-Men though,
Yes,
right?
He did. He played Wade Wilson.
Yeah, he was Wade Wilson, but not as Deadpool.
No, Wade Wilson is Deadpool. He's meant to play Deadpool. in the actual-
Did he have the disfigurement in that though? I feel like they skipped the
No,
disfigurement thing.
no. They changed the storyline of Deadpool. Deadpool is
Yeah.
Weapon 11. There's a bit of lag going on at the moment. Oh, that might be me actually. Okay, pause and transfers. Right. Anyway, yeah, no, Deadpool is Weapon 11. That's the whole thing. That's why Origin Wolverine was fucked.
Yeah, it wasn't a great film. It was passable, but
What
it was.
Origin?
Yeah, the game was really good. Have you ever played the video game for that?
Yeah, but it's a bad day when the video game adaptation's better.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man, I think I must have gone to the cinema to see X-Men Origins Wolverine. It was alright. I think I kind of enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't a great film. No, I would agree with that.
It is what it is. You know. The thing is, though, is that these franchises, they do go around in circles quite a lot before they even get to a level where they can be acceptable, let alone good. Like
The thing
fact that
about
Marvel's had such a run at the moment is impressive, to say the least. Like, you can't say many other franchises have got that many films, that many numbers. Like,
the thing you have to be careful with, I think, and this goes for almost any superhero concept film, DC, Marvel, or really almost any kind of property adapted from something in full stop, is that like you don't necessarily always have to do the really basic stuff. So like I know like it's the old adage is like, well, they're always going for like the origin story thing, and there's absolutely an argument where it's like, why do they always do the origin, especially when they reboot? And that's what I liked about. Although I only watched like 4 episodes of it, I quite liked that about the Punisher TV series, because if I remember, or the Netflix series, sorry, because if I remember correctly, they didn't spend hours and hours just showing you his entire history. They kind of fill it in tiny little bits each time. But like you kind of know from episode 1 like what's going on, but you don't know the minutiae of it until like X amount of episodes in. I suppose that's easier on a TV series, huh? Because you've got the episodes to play with. But
also say that Punisher does have flashbacks and stuff like that. Same as Daredevil, same as Iron Fist, same as Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. They all have flashbacks of like origins. I prefer that because you can take it into like bite-sized pieces rather than here's an entire series dedicated to 20 years in the past. And it just slows the fucking pace of anything down to zero.
I wonder if they reboot, like, because they're supposed to be doing like a new Batman trilogy, right? Like a proper Batman trilogy. I mean, like, a la Dark Knight. I wonder if they'll bother with his origin story again for that. I hope not.
No, I don't. It's a difficult one. I mean, like, is it going to be Ben Affleck again?
Well, if Tim has his way, yes.
I think it's going to be really hard to Christopher Nolan's Batman's. I would like to see it, but
you absolutely.
At the moment, DC has lost all of my interest.
The problem is, you can give up using the Joker. Like, the Joker as a character, as much as I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but the downside of Heath Ledger's Joker is it's basically just fuck that character for everyone else because nobody will ever do it as well as he did it.
No.
Like, so you might as well just not bother.
It did inadvertently cost the man his life as well, so you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm
not saying it as like.
Dare say he probably had some more deep-rooted issues as well, but yes.
Yeah, but it's like no, it's because he was trying to portray the Joker, and he had diaries and stuff dedicated to his own mental problems, and he just went a bit off the edge.
Yeah.
It's a weird, but no, I agree. Like everyone was trying to say Jack Nicholson's Joker was the best Joker, but then the tone of a movie changes. But one day there will be a gritty Spider-Man, there'll be a gritty Thor, there'll be a happy-go-lucky Batman again.
It's timing. For its timing, Jack Nicholson's Joker, fair enough. In those films, he's really good. But for the modern era, it doesn't play as well. Like, it needed that gritty... Because, like, I think, like, the thing that I like about Heath Ledger's Joker, because I do love Joker as a character. Yeah. I'm a big Harley Quinn mark, specifically. I like Harley Quinn as a character. But anyway, the Joker, the thing about him and Heath Ledger's Joker is, like, that guy was just fucking insane. Like, and that's why it was so good, because every time he did something, you didn't know
what
he was
gonna.
Yeah, you were just like, this guy's fucking mental. I don't know what he's gonna do. You know,
There's an
like the whole
movie.
pencil stabbing the dude in the eye trick thing.
Oh yeah, and just having grenades
You
in his
know.
pocket, in his jacket, sewn into his jacket for the sake of it. Like, you know, was he planning it or did he just have it that whole time? You never know. But no, it's yeah, I'd say animated. That's what I was gonna say, Jack. Is that there's an animated movie called Assault on Arkham. I'd love to see it do a live action portrayal of that because that works out really well. Just knock out Will Smith as Deadshot as well. You know, he's not a wisecracking motherfucker. He's a guy who hasn't got his daughter and likes to shoot people in the face. Don't need Will Smith for a DC movie.
We'll be right there.
But what you do need for a DC movie is us. And if you want to see us in a DC movie, you can click the subs button and support us, and then maybe we'll get on DC's radar, eh, T-Boy?
I had a much better segue for that.
Alright, you go with your segue then.
No, I don't want to.
Alright, fair enough. Well, fuck it. Everybody sub, everybody like if you haven't already. Hit the bell to be reminded of when we go live. And, ooh, what's this? Oh, I gotta get a vehicle. Yeah, and do all that lovely stuff. Check the description on the video. I'm sure most of you have been on YouTube long enough where you know what to do. We won't bother completely thinging it. Come and see our new Discord logo.
Yes, that Gabe
At the
made.
Discord that Gabe lovingly made to support
Everyone.
well, everybody. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was gonna start listing and I was just like, it's just everybody.
Yeah. We have all sorts in there. You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
You know?
We exclude no person.
Yeah. I wanted
What
to
am
do
I
an anti-bull.
supposed to be doing
profile.
here?
James wouldn't let me.
No, I don't. I'm bold. You can't be mean to bold people.
Why not?
Oh, okay. I need to go down there.
You're
It's
right,
gay.
Chris is gay.
It is gay. And all the other things.
Leave
Well,
some
look-
lights away.
What's the
Specifically about
terminology for that?
flaggers.
Dedications? Like, what do you class as, like... well, I always say,
That is-
like,
no, no.
other things, but there must be, like, a generalizational term for that, right?
Wait, say
Like-
the sentence again. I'm really confused.
So, I said... Gabe said... He said it's gay, and Gabe said, yes, it is gay. And I said, yes, and also all the other things. Because I... And then
no,
I said
it's not.
designations, because I couldn't think of a... Orientation,
It's not.
that's a good word.
Identity.
Yeah.
The homosexual flag is generally the symbol of pride, but it just means gay. There's other flags for like lesbian and other bisexual and asexual.
No, but
stuff like
that wasn't the basic intention. Intention color would be a sexuality or something, wasn't it? That's why it got kicked off because people wanted brown in the flag to. There was a whole internet thing that people wanted the brown to be in the flag to represent black homosexuals, and people say no, it's not about race, it's about your sexuality and your orientation.
No, it's the thing.
Sorry. You know what else has a flag? North Korea. I mean, it does have a flag, that's true.
Can we have a North Korea flag on?
No. The thing is, T-Boy, is like that. Yeah, it's a very valid point, but there's also trans on the flag, and that's technically not a sexual orientation. That is a gender orientation, or that is a gender.
Yeah.
So
I'd also like to say that we are not qualified to make any
No.
quotable opinions on this. So if we are going to continue the conversation, I'd just say let's not.
We are not,
We
and
can argue about it later. 'Cause
no,
we are
we're
definitely
not, but
qualified
we
for
do
this.
accept all people.
Yeah.
I think actually, I don't know, like, if we got, well, I reckon we weirdly might have one of the most diverse kind of communities. I know, like, you know, there's certain aspects that are not, like, massively represented, but if you think about it, we've got a furry person, yeah, a person who's a furry, we've got trans, we've got gay, we've got, you know...
You realise Stop's not gay, right?
I do know that, yeah.
Okay, just
We've got, you know, we've got people of all sorts of ethnicity. We kind of cover most bases in our community.
with gay being black, limited night is really. God damn it, Chris.
well, I already made the T-Boy is the equal opportunity.
I mean, we've got
over
Hoodwinker.
the
He
UK.
likes to think he's black.
No.
I mean, he constantly addresses me with "Hello, Wagwan," or
Yes, but
Wagwan
is
and
that-
all that.
No, it's
'cause-
Wagwan now, isn't it? Because apparently you can't have slang.
yeah.
You've got to have slang.
I'm confused by the whole
Thank
concept.
you, Kai. That's exactly it. We're all just people.
That's
the
true.
big-
Kai,
That's it.
Kai, you are a wise bean.
The only time I look down upon you as a person is if you look down on others as a person. There you go.
The only time I look down on you, person, is if you're stob and you're 2 foot tall. Ah!
Storb represents the lollipop king. Oh god, I can hear that. Leave. But yeah, no, it's
Ah,
it's a
dear.
delicate subject. But yeah, no, I think I might be going to London Pride.
Fair
this
enough.
Year anyway. So I've arranged it for the RTUK. I've done it for the last 2 years. So I'm gonna do it again.
When is that?
Fuck knows actually. I better start organising, shouldn't I?
Spider sense.
Because I'll debate coming down to London.
Let me check.
Ah, die. Die, evil
Pride
doers.
is 7th of July this year.
Okay,
it's
no,
not
I'm
even
going to
Pride.
Wow, that's not long.
Not even a Pride month.
If you think about it, that's pretty soon.
Let's see if my company's
Yeah, I'm going
got
down
that
to Southampton on the 21st. I can't afford to do both, so.
on. Fair enough.
Can't brag about it.
I save, James, I save.
No, I mean brag about, you know, having a social life.
Oh. You're welcome down to Southampton if you want to come. It's technically a risky for me.
I don't have the time or the money.
I mean,
I'm
relate-
currently trying to figure out how in 2 weeks' time, when I move like all my offices around and that, and my bedrooms around, so that I can actually have this as a studio. So you'll have a whole different look behind me when I'm done. But when I do it, I need to somehow pay for a desk and monitors. That's not so bad. I also want to buy like a decent gaming chair, but like ones that will take my weight are like 350 quid.
You're going Noble, aren't you?
Either
Thinking
that or
Noble.
Secret Labs.
Yeah, Secret Labs. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I
No,
would
Noble do
recommend
some
Nitro,
good
but
ones as well, but it's
I would
it's
recommend
more
it.
about weight tolerance I need to look at as much as anything, rather than
Well-
aesthetics as such. God damn it.
I've got my Nitro chair and it's incredibly comfortable. But I'm not gonna lie, James. I don't think as comfortable.
You don't think what?
I don't think you'd find it as comfortable.
To be fair, like the sitting is not really the concern for me. It's just it breaking really quickly because I'm fairly fat. You know, like I weigh 20 stone. And with those, like they quite specifically have weight tolerances. So, good old fish and chips.
Fish
Huh?
fingers and chips.
I mean, it's fish.
Nice, Kai.
Yeah, I was gonna have chicken Kiev.
Put them
and
in a
chips, but
sandwich.
I was too hungry.
Oh,
I
I've had
had,
chicken Kiev for ages.
I had cheese and onion pasta which exploded in the oven.
That's true.
Yeah, that's.
Hence why, if you look in the Discord, you'll see a weird quotes. The quote from Gabe, "Oh God, my pasty."
Yeah.
Is it oh god? I thought I said oh fuck.
Maybe it's oh fuck then. I don't know.
No, I thought I said oh shit, my pasty.
Okay, I shit. I wrote it in there correctly.
Yes.
Fish
Has anyone
finger
actually tried
sandwich.
fish fingers and custard?
Ugh.
No, what the
Are
fuck?
you a madman?
Doctor Who.
I know it is, but Doctor Who.
no.
I'm gonna shock you, T-boy. Doctor Who's not real.
What fish fingers and custard are? Ah, fucking loophole jar.
See, that's another show I need to like get back to watching at some point. Doctor Who.
I've given
yeah.
up. I'm too far gone with that.
Yes, I, a pagan, would not take the Lord's name in such vain.
You're a pagan.
Yeah.
Are you?
Is it like
Yeah.
I
And you
have
celebrate
never
pagan
heard
holidays
you
and stuff.
ever mention that you're a pagan.
I am a pagan, yes.
I've never heard you mention it once.
what the fuck is?
Plug.
Yeah, it's Ferralis again.
I've
Nice to see you back though, Ferralis. You know.
I think
I
it's
have-
a bot.
I have never ever heard you mention that you're a pagan.
I am pagan, yeah.
I don't
So
just
wrong.
believe you. I'm just saying I've never heard you say it.
So
Some people don't spout and
Yeah.
go on about their religions.
Alright, I'm not having a go at her. I'll just, you know.
Sounds like you are,
Wait,
James.
wait, does that mean I've never told you the story about the time when Jehovah's Witnesses came to my house? And I answered the door and you're like, would you like to come learn the way of the Lord? I actually just went, I'm pagan. They turned white and left and said I worship the devil.
I don't think you've ever told me that, no.
I think
Well, that
you
happened.
did. Yeah.
No, that was the story.
Nah, pissing off Jehovah's Witnesses is fun. Although, top tip for the people watching, if you have a Jehovah's... Just say you've been excommunicated by the church. They are then not allowed to talk to you. And have to leave. And then they blacklist your address and they'll never come back again.
I do say that during my dad's funeral, that was the most awkward thing ever. Because I'm fairly fiercely an agnostic. So I guess that makes me slightly, like, better in the church's eyes than an atheist. But still, you know.
Yeah,
It's not great, but when you talk to religious people and you're agnostic, obviously that's kind of awkward.
Stop that sexual assault.
Wait, what?
If they... Yeah.
Say what you want to say, Hugo.
I was going to just say, apparently when Jehovah's knock on Stob's door, he shows him his penis. I mean, they can't see it, so it don't matter.
Everybody's got to have a hobby.
Yeah. Do you give him provide him the magnifying glass as well, Stob?
Indeed.
Boom, roasted.
When I was in high school, it came out in an RE lesson that I was pagan, and everyone somehow immediately assumed I was a witch, which is sort of true, but it was quite funny to me because for about 3 months after that lesson, everyone left me alone. So I was bullied quite badly in high school, but everyone just left me alone for about 3 months. And I remember one time in a science lesson, a guy walked up to me who's quite popular. He literally went to me, right, are you a witch? I just shrugged and went, I mean, if you want to call me that. He went and sat down. And then I was looking through our planners. For some reason in our planners it had when full moons were and when like half moons were. I turned to Becky and I went, full moon's coming up. And this guy who asked me if I was a witch turned white and started sprouting that I was going to curse him because it was a full moon. Because he was one of the ones who used to bully me, and I found that hilarious.
As you do.
What I like about that story is it just shows what a different set of childhoods we had. Like, the only,
It's not. Ask Becky. Sorry.
Go on, James.
It's the only thing at school that I specifically remember. I mean, I got bullied, but nobody cares about that because, you know, I don't care about it. Particularly, I just dealt with it. But anyway, but it was like my history teacher hated me because I asked him if he worshipped the devil once. And I don't really know why I asked him. It's one of those moments where I look back on it and I don't know why I said it. So it was during the first time we had history with him ever. So I don't know whatever year that is. And we were sitting there and he goes, has anyone got any questions about the thing? And he was, for reference, he was a guy who had like, I guess he was kind of thinning on the front, but he had like long hair at the back. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I thought he was really kind of weird. So he's like, has anyone got any questions about the course or anything? And I was just like, yeah, I got questions, sir. And he's like, yeah. I was like, do you worship the devil? And ever since, he was like hating my guts. And I was like, yeah. Well, I don't know why I said it. Maybe he didn't. I was possessed. Yeah. I don't know. It was just like, I can't to this day tell you why I said it. Because I just don't know. I have no idea. He's a teacher who told me I would fail his course because I did history with him for like basically the 4 years I was at school. And he was the teacher who told me I was guaranteed to fail his course. And then I got a D and I told him to suck it on the last day of school.
Nice.
Somebody slashed his tyres like every week. He wasn't a well-liked teacher. And by someone, it wasn't me, before anyone starts like accusing me. I was not cool enough to be the tyre slashing kid. I was way too nerdy for that.
Meanwhile, in my school, one of the most favourite teachers left, and on his last day, everyone gathered around. Well, people who liked him gathered around his car and wrote on post-it notes and covered his car and could be seen as slightly mean, but everyone covered his car in post-it notes and things they liked about him in his lessons.
Oh.
I mean, if it was like a small amount, like a small patch, like maybe just the windscreen, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind
No.
of... And what, read them, but...
The way Gabe's talking, I'm going to assume it was like the whole car.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
car,
it was
got,
the
the
whole
car
car.
got a paper job, yeah, I thought so.
Well, it wasn't all of it.
He
Full
might
stop.
have still
It was a lot.
appreciated that, though, in fairness.
Yeah.
It depends, if you're a cool teacher and, you know, you just kind of roll with it.
Then the next day, the most hated teacher's car got eggs, so you know.
Each their own, isn't it?
Yeah. Before Starbucks says that's a lie, the egging one was like 3 months later. It wasn't the next day. But still.
I don't
My high
remember, I
school
don't
was
remember
weird.
much about, like, teachers leaving and that. We did have two teachers who got caught having it off in the English classroom, and they were married to other people.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we've had...
rare.
So, like, that went round the school for a while. They kept their jobs. But,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
they,
not against... Well, I guess we're also sex in the classroom, I guess.
I don't know if they were having sex as much as just, like...
Getting raunchy.
Yeah, I don't think they were, like, having full-blown sex, because I'm sure they wouldn't have kept their jobs if that was the case.
Yeah, I guess not. Oh god.
You know, I know I went to school a lot longer ago than you lot did, but they weren't, like, you know, it wasn't that bad.
Rip, stop.
What happened to stuff?
A teacher in his school got caught with a USB stick full of child porn.
Ah, shit. I mean, that is definitely not good.
Nope.
We had one teacher who was banned from teaching girls PE because he took a camera in his little university project at the ripe old age of 36. So he got moved to the boys' PE class instead of SAT.
Oh, yeah, because that's safer.
Yeah. That's all I'll say on
I
that one.
don't remember
no,
anything like that at our school.
I had one teacher who's an absolute dick weasel, but
My PE teacher hated me because in her class, because my PE teachers always seemed to think that everyone had the same sort of skill level in PE, and I was in the same PE class as some of the better people who did PE. And if you've seen the size of me, you know I'm pretty fat. I was so fat in high school, and like, because she thought we all had the same skill level, she pushed us all to do the same, and I ended up injured in almost like every class, which got me like weeks out of PE because I was injured. And one time I was playing netball, and they told us to do this thing where they threw a ball at us, we had to catch it, spin in midair, land, then like put it in a hoop. I caught it, I spun, twisted my ankle, fell to the ground, and got out of school early and didn't do PE for about 6 weeks after. And the PE...
your ankle?
No, it had like I think it's like a hair pin.
Hairline fracture.
Yeah.
Right.
But basically, yeah, I didn't do PE for like 6 weeks afterwards. But in the middle of those 6 weeks, because I still had to go to the lesson even though I couldn't do anything. Everyone were waiting to go out onto the field, and Becky was picking up the balls, and she dropped one. So I literally picked one up and give it to her, and the teacher went, "If you can do that, you can do PE." And I was like, "What the fuck?" They really had it in for me.
That's like that quote in School of Rock, and it's like, those that can teach PE.
Those who
You're
can't
right.
do teach, yeah. Alright, who's fresh?
Huh?
You said
Huh?
fresh. Oh, she said I'm
No.
crap because I keep saying this. Well, because I keep going those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach PE. But I keep using those who can't do teach because Neve's got a degree in teaching ballet. So
Dance
she's
is
not very
different
happy
to
when you say
PE.
that. Yeah, but those who can't do teach, and Neve's got a degree in teaching dance.
Oh.
Yes. Let's go quiet.
No, I'm just funny.
I mean, not you guys, I meant the stream apparently crashed, but I can't see it. Everyone else alright?
Yeah, it was fine for me. I'm watching it.
Yeah, same here.
No idea.
Deal with it later. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Whiskey Jack's fine. That's all that matters. Fuck you need. But nah, school's alright for me, really. I mean, didn't really have too many issues. Nothing that wasn't. You
To
know,
be fair, school was fine. Like the bullying thing, like I was bullied for a little bit, but it's like I always said to mate, like if you get like knocked down or whatever by a bully, if you get up, they tend to get quite bored of it. So like, I don't know, I just didn't let them get to me, and then they just gave up. Like I wasn't like ever their mate or anything, but they just kind of gave up caring after like a little while, and then I was just like, eh. And then
my school was more the
we were kind of just amicable.
My high school was the reason why I got consistently bullied was 1, I joined a year later than everyone else, and 2, I was noticeably weird.
I was noticeably weird.
I mean, I was into My Chemical Romance. I wore mostly all black if it wasn't the school uniform. I wore a My Chemical Romance bag, so everyone was like, "Oh yeah, she's Nemo. She slits her wrist." I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that's what they said to me. And I was like 12, 13. So you know, it's great on a person to hear that from that age.
Stop your offended about anything. Shut up. It's a weird one. Like my school was mainly just physical. Like you end up having to fight most of the time. Quite fun, really. Thinking.
I know. I decked a few people.
See, I don't think I've ever had a fight in my life.
How is this happening? No one
No,
I
the
just
smart
haven't, like,
person's the one who doesn't,
needed to.
James. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I just Like, don't get me wrong, I would fight if I needed to. I've just never needed to.
Stopping James fight? Hell yeah. I'll pay to watch that.
I've pinned a few people down. That doesn't really count as fighting, though, I guess.
Fucking wonder you.
But like that's,
that joke.
I
That
mean,
joke's over.
to be fair, that's the advantage of being of a chunky persuasion. Is that
Yeah.
like my general kind of quote unquote fight tactic is like basically just to pin people to the floor because like I'm fat, so it's quite easy when you get them down to just keep them down there.
Yeah.
That's basically my tactic too.
Look at you two.
Sometimes being of a larger persuasion has its advantages.
You've ruined them. I will destroy you.
Terrified Dr. Doom, please don't hurt me or something.
What?
I don't know. There we go.
It cannot be. I'm Dr. Doom.
Defeated. It cannot be. I'm.
Is this the last level? I don't know.
No.
What the
Yeah.
game?
Boy, this game is long.
So I'm on I'm nearly
A
finished the
Doom
second
with a view.
the second film of Lego Industry.
I got so much stuff to like wrap up. Like I want 100% of this game, but I won't do it on stream probably.
Better.
I do like to complete the Lego games in their entirety. Oh dear. No, I don't know.
It's very close to the end.
My thing of school is I was always like the kid who was like could do better.
Oh no, so was I.
I'm very middle of the road everything in my life pretty much.
Doom's plan. A weapon? Lightning you
Uh-huh.
have. Imagination
One of the most common comments I got on my any parents' evening thing is like, very quiet. She should contribute more in class.
you don't. Sad.
Yes,
But,
Galactus.
Galactus.
Devourer of Worlds.
More scary than Thanos.
Oh, excuse me.
Thanos would knock out half the universe, so you know.
Yeah, but look at this guy, T-boy.
What, he's big.
Yeah, he's walking through space.
No, do you know who the scariest fucking person would be from a comic book?
Who?
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, I agree.
And on that point, when James was mentioning adaptations, Watchmen is the greatest comic book adaptation of all time. That is the only film where they've changed the ending from the film, and it actually is better.
I need to watch. I need to watch that film again. I think when I watched it the first time, I didn't get it.
Yeah,
don't
watch the
never
director's
seen it.
cut then. Don't watch the director's cut then. Like, it is 3.5 hours long. But it does have Gerard Butler in it, so, you know, that's why.
I've not watched Watchmen.
Really?
Nope.
You should. It's good.
Nice.
I had somebody asking me at the weekend, one of my my wife's relatives, about The Walking Dead and whether it was any good, and I was like, "Wow, you haven't watched The Walking Dead yet?" And he's like, "No."
Watch the first 3 seasons.
He's still only on like season 5 of Breaking Bad. I was like, man, you've really got to like speed up your watching.
At least he's watching good stuff, like, you know.
Oh, he's watching really good shows. Yeah,
the latest gossip of my workplace is Love Island.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Please,
Guess who gets to listen to it? People. I don't get to just not watch it. I get to listen to people who have watched it for about 3 hours a day.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
people come to my floor to talk about watching Love Island. And then they ask me, have you watched Love Island? And I go, no, because I have a fucking life. I do podcasts and YouTube videos and streams and shit. And then they look at me weird.
You've got to be more flexible in your thinking.
I mean, there's a place for everything on TV, but it's not Love Island. I don't understand it.
It's absolute trash. Anyone who watches it.
I mean, I've never
Anyone who
seen
watches
it,
it-
but I know, like, you know.
Anyone
the
who watches it
principle
will
of it.
say it's absolute trash, but they like it anyway. I speak from experience having a friend who watches it. She's like, it's absolute trash, but I'm watching it anyway. Yes.
Okay. No, I don't judge people who watch it, but don't drag me into your whole conversation shagging who in potentially scripted TV show.
Get Abomination and Magneto and
Eh.
take them to Doom.
Like, if you know, but if you like see people who talk about Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones stuff, you don't go, oh, I can't believe so and so did blah 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 blah. You go, that was fucking sick, bro. That was good effects, blah blah. You
I mean,
talk
Game of
about-
Thrones is a bad example because it's like everyone fucks.
Yeah, but it's not. There's not. Yeah, but the thing about Game of Thrones with people fucking, it's never a massive plot point. Like, it's never like, oh, I've got to hide it from, you know, Sansa, because if Sansa finds out, she'll tell blanky blank, and then that's fucking stupid.
I've never seen Game of
I
Thrones.
mean, neither have I, but it wasn't like the incest thing they were supposed to hide it.
Yeah, but they try. Yeah, that's the beginning. That's actually the beginning of the film. I haven't watched the beginning
See?
of the film. That's the one bit, but the whole. No, that's like one episode. That is like one episode and it's done. It's not a dedicated TV show.
And there wasn't there a guy trying to fuck his fucking aunt? Try and get her pregnant?
Depends how far people have seen into Game of Thrones. That wasn't that. Yeah, but there's no consequences to that yet, because it's in the season finale. He wasn't trying to get her pregnant. They don't actually know they're related.
I tend not to play well with people who've
What?
been attacking me and trying to steal all my stuff.
A bunch of hired idiots going to an island to either fuck each other or fight each other.
And to think I wasn't allowed. I
See?
didn't get onto the show.
Maybe not.
See, now I'm gonna say something else, something that Kai won't enjoy. Britain's Got Talent is also trash.
No, the auditions are good.
Britain's Got Talent is slightly scripted in the fact that I think
I
it was
just-
you actually told me this, D-Boy, but or someone told me that the golden buzzers were all like picked beforehand.
I wouldn't have told you that because I wouldn't have known. So,
Okay, so I can't remember who, but someone told me that.
The problem with that is, I
Well, it's
just
not because Diversity won because they were good and they weren't.
well they didn't even have a golden thing.
Golden buzzer back then. No.
It's
The golden
I
buzzer
just
rules.
the problem I have with it is it's
You,
just
Chris.
it's net the people are like okay right so this is where it gets controversial because my wife likes Britain's Got Talent and, you know, more power to her, more power to Kai. If you like it, fair play to you. You know, I don't tell you what to watch, and you should watch what you enjoy. However, the reason I don't like it is because most of the singers tend to be out of tune, and it's just too much. Like just too much fucking sugar all the time. I get like diabetes. Like everything is amazing, especially when they get to the finals. It's like they'll do a song and they'll sing, I don't know, whatever. Like they'll sing the song from Bodyguard, and they'll go, "Oh my god, that is the best thing I've seen all thing. You are gonna win. You are a winner. That's no one can better it." And then the next act comes on. That's even better than the previous act. And it's like, no, it isn't.
Yeah, but Kai and Chris, sorry, that's no different to any record deal known to man.
No, I want to say something that's why Britain's Got Talent or X Factor is best to come in second rather than first, because yeah, you've got the exposure you need, but you don't have to sign a contract with anyone because you came second.
If you win either, just don't sign the paper.
Yeah, but it's you're expected to.
Yeah, you're expected to, but you're not enforced to.
It's just, I don't. It's just too. It's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm like, I just can't. I can't understand it. Like, I don't get on board with it. I'm pleased these people want to follow a dream, but it's the other thing that bugs me is when they're in the backstage bit, like, oh, you know, I spend all my life, you know, just working in a call center. So I need to become a celebrity because I need to be famous and help my family. And I'm like, motherfucker, someone's got to work at the call center just because you don't fucking want to do it. Like, someone has to do shitty jobs because otherwise you won't have any job. Like, you know, we can't all be famous and celebrities and thing just because you don't like your job. I don't like my fucking job. You don't see me moaning about it. You know.
I mean, why are we here, James?
You know what I mean. But that's what bugs me about it. It's like, it's the whole illusion of the show is that being ordinary is not a good thing, and it's like everybody is ordinary. Like, just accept that you're all ordinary. Like, you know.
You hear that coming from James Matthew? You're all mediocre. Deal with it and live your pathetic lives alone.
Yeah, that's what. I'll say it.
You go to that call centre and you. That shit. You become that bin man, but you be the best bin man you could be, alright?
If you're really talented at something, be it singing or playing music and that, you should absolutely follow your passion and you should do it. And like, if you can do like the club circuit or whatever, and you can earn yourself some money doing that while working or whatever, or cruise shit, fine. If you're really good, you'll be found anyway. You don't need Britain's Got Talent or X Factor to do that. That's my problem with it.
It helps.
Unfortunately, we're not going to stay in the air for long.
Going on that because it gives you some exposure.
It doesn't though. It doesn't help at all.
No, because there was...
Because most of them disappear after like a year.
No, because there was when I was at the Navy base, there was a girl from X Factor. She was in the... She passed the audition. She was on like the phone-in ones. And she lost, and in the end she became some sort of burlesque dancer / singer, and she was making money. I think it cost a lot. How much for a night was it? About £800 for the night. It was fucking hilarious. But oh, he's eating the thing. No.
You like. I guess this is like a loaded thing because I don't pretend to be an expert on the people that were on that show, but I can't, like, if these people are supposed to be like making it big and famous or whatever, then surely I should at least be able to have a rough idea, like, any of their names. And I couldn't tell you a single winner of like X Factor or Britain's Got Talent.
I can name 2 from Britain's Got Talent. Actually, you know who's done fucking fantastically for talent? Stravos Flatley.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
Yeah. Camilla.
Were they the 2 Greek guys? The like the son and the dad or something? I vaguely know of them. Like, I know the name.
Camilla Cabello. She's quite big at the minute. She went on Joe Havana. I can't remember how it goes. But anyway, she was on, I think it was the American X Factor, if that exists, or she was on the X Factor anyway. and about in like 2009, 2012, something like that. But yeah, and she's quite big now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's quite a few that have made it, but I mean,
I don't know any of them.
the people that audition to the people that actually get any benefit from it is, I'd say, easy about 100,000 to 1.
I don't know. I'm absolutely prejudiced against it, I guess. I guess I would never be
He's
convinced.
just salty because he's not world famous yet. He's not a
No,
household.
I'm not bothered about that. I don't do anything to be famous. Fame is just a pain in the ass.
It's okay, guys. I've got you.
Like, can you imagine being like Brad Pitt level of famous and like
Oh god,
having
I
to
hate
deal
to be
with the
super
amount of
rich,
shit
having
that all
everyone
those...
throw themselves into me, having personal trainers and nutritionists to make me stacked for shit.
Yeah, but
having directors beg me to be in their films. Oh, the fucking humanity.
But the point is, T-Boy, that's exactly my thing. You'd have no... The reason why that is not as appealing to me is because you don't get time to do anything you want to do.
Yes, you do. It's called not taking a gig. If you want, like, look at Ed Sheeran. He took a year off, came back and won like 3 BAFTAs from it, and got stabbed by a princess. You know, there was no.
No.
There was no, you know, fallout from it, and he's even more famous now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can agree. Like, if you're doing like a massive TV Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad or something, yeah, you're gonna have to dedicate years of your life. If you know, you'll have time off. You know, and you'll appreciate it more because you're not spending every weekend at home, you know, watching YouTube or Netflix or something. You're actually having to, you know, think about what you want to do and do it. Yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? Would you want to be rich and famous or not? Or do you want to stay in mediocrity, as James likes to make?
It's not that. There's just... I think, like, there's degrees of fame, and, like, the Brad Pitt level is just... For me, it's, like... Just, yeah, like, it's just kind of... It's too much... Not pressure, but, like, just constant, like, never doing what you want to do. You have to always present a certain image. You know, all that jazz.
You could always use a shadow. You could always use an alias for that, couldn't you? No, I'd be happy any level of fame.
That's why I like, yeah, you know, like as much as I want the channel to be popular and that, you know, I'm fine with the slow burn. I'm fine with, like, I guess being YouTube famous.
Why do you think no one knows my name? I get
Everyone
fame
knows
and
your
no one
name,
knows.
Everybody knows your name, dude.
Oh, if we got to a certain level, I'd take my name down. I'd hide myself again.
I mean, it'd be too late.
No, I wouldn't. No one's documented it yet, so you know.
It's all on videos.
Yeah, but my first name, yeah, but not my second name as well.
Keep hold of it. We've nearly got
Anyway,
it.
who's gonna go through like the archive channel, like even if you start at the bottom on?
Somebody
So-
might.
Yeah.
Well, think about AH though. Like, everyone still goes back and watches their like 2-hour Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah, but that's because it's a. Yeah. True. Science nerds on me.
I think Jack's right. Like, if you're famous for what you do, and I guess like especially if you can do something that's a contribution or to contribute to making people happy or benefiting people in some way. You know, like, I get the cliche thing with the YouTube thing is like,
You can alter your shape into something useful here.
is like, if we make people happy and like, let's say members of our community might have, I think Elmo's like said it when he joined the community, like, he was at a kind of lower point in his life where he wasn't, you know, there was a lot of shit happening, not all of it good, and it's nice to sort of watch a video and escape. So if we can do something like that and give someone that kind of relief so their life is like less shitty for a day, that to me is an achievement, and that's kind of the fame I'm happy with, you know?
Yeah, I'm just here to make people laugh, and you know, I'm a whore for the attention, so more importantly that is the attention. But how many minigames does this game need?
A lot apparently. Why is that not working?
Because you've got to follow the cable, so blue in the middle, middle, blue, middle.
Oh, I get you, I get you, I get you. I didn't see the coloured cables on the thing. There you go. Your end is here. T-Boy, the Jester of Limited Night.
Yeah, I like that. I'll go for that.
I mean, you wanted a thing.
Yeah.
You wanted a title for some reason.
Officially the Creed. Well, because I wanted to change my Twitter handle. Still got my old Twitch username on it. Twitch link on it. That's how little I use Twitter. No, I've got to change that.
I don't think my Twitter even mentions that I own Limited Night yet.
You don't, I do.
I don't. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just remembering. I've had mine changed for about 6 months now.
What's yours? Co-head.
What? No, mine says Baker Thumbnail Maker, Head of Social Media for Limited Night, the Discord link, and Amateur Photographer.
Nice. Mine's just King of the Mods.
But not in the way I intended.
Nice.
All 2 of them. That's great.
We must
You used to be one of them.
make him let go.
Remember where you came from, T-Boy.
Ah, yeah, I know.
James, yours is husband, YouTuber, streamer, gamer, geek, rocker, patriot, the team, not the idealism, lover of life, sub to my job, Limited Night on YouTube, follow here for updates.
Alright, fair enough. So I kind of mentioned it then.
So
Yeah.
I can't use my Twitter much because apparently my company love Twitter so much they want my Twitter handle, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, they want my Twitter handle.
Why? Are you supposed to tweet about work?
Yeah, well, there's a big announcement coming in 2019, and I know it, and I'm not talk about it until 2019. But so my argument was, why send a fucking company-wide out email telling us it? And then telling
Yeah,
us
I mean,
to tell it for 6
surely
fucking
somebody's
months.
gonna leak that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not, because I couldn't care.
I mean, I guess it
couldn't
depends
care.
what the announcement is and, like, the
All I can
popularity
tell
of the
you-
business you're in, but, you
All
know.
I can tell you, and this is super top secret, it's only for the viewers and, you know, the internet and you, all I can tell you is that I can't tell you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing
Gabe, you
here?
fucking love that and you know it. I hyped that perfectly.
What am I supposed to be doing here?
Kill Galactus!
Oh, here we go, here we go.
There we go.
I don't know how to make it go forward, though.
Press forward.
My YouTube,
I get
the
it.
slogan for it used to be good games played badly or something like that, which is like the opposite of James's show.
Yeah. A show that I've done 2 episodes of and haven't done again.
I don't know, it's bad gaming fun times is my slogan.
Oh, that was just to get a thing. That was pointless. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Cyclops, where are you? I need you. Cyclops, otherwise known as the Pussy X-Man.
Wow. I use my Twitter a lot, it's weird.
I really don't. I'm gonna start trying to use it a bit more.
I'm not great at social media, I'll be honest with you. That's why I put you in charge of it.
Yeah, I think if I started doing Twitter, it'd just be literally at work, need lunch, at lunch, need nap, and stuff like that. It'll be so boring, but I'll enjoy it. That's the
I mean, if you're working and I look at it, you probably don't want to say I'm at work having a nap.
No, I don't nap. I've napped at work a total of
Oops.
actually quite a few times. A past job it was so much easier because you could just like climb into a boiler room or something.
Oh no, it's Stan Lee. Quick, Stan Lee, I'll save you. Except I can't because I haven't got the right character.
God damn it! Stanley's gonna get devoured.
Pretty much. No, I need Storm. Fuck off. Give me the right character. Why won't it get... Oh, there we go.
Neve, why are you shouting in a British accent in the kitchen? Yeah,
That's a good question.
Oh, it's not as bad. When I was doing the,
I mean...
when I was doing one of the streams, you could hear her shouting it from downstairs because she's got Mario Kart now.
Nice.
It's the best. Like, every night she's
Hey.
asked me if I want to play.
We did it.
Hey! Oh, it's even got a fucking candle.
Delicious cake. Oh, it's the Hulk! And Thor!
In a cake.
Oh, there he goes.
This is only a temporary setback. I planned for this.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Ah, no, Loki. After the last couple of streams, the real question is simply why is Neve?
Yeah. So I'm getting rid of her like soon, don't worry.
I'll take that.
Oh, don't get rid of precious Neve.
Why not?
Can we talk about this? No. I bet you taste tea and cool. I need a
Whiskey, I wish I could tell you the answer to that question, but I'm afraid I don't
Because you
know.
had to let him.
Because
get his guard
Lego.
down. You had to get his guard down,
Hey, I did it, guys.
and that's the end of Lego stream. Hey, we did it. We did it.
We did.
it.
Yeah, we've actually. This is actually the first game we've completed on stream of the Lego games.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
I'll-
Harry Potter's gonna be the longest one. It was the first one to start.
Remember our bargain, Fury? Yes.
It's like the least played one as well at this point.
While the good guys count
Yeah,
the dough.
probably.
That's the deal, you know.
It's not my fault though.
Start counting.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yes, not a bad deal, I must say. Though I think that we're on the clock. 3, 3, 3.
I'm just watching the final. It's quite funny. Just watching the final cutscene.
Oh, that's great.
God damn it,
Here you go,
stop.
surfer.
Give him his
We
board.
reconstructed it from the cosmic bricks.
Let the surfer go free. Let Lawrence Fishburne go.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Wasn't he the guy who played the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie?
I don't remember.
I'm sure somebody will correct me in chat if it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure so.
Stanley!
And that true believer is exactly how it should have ended.
How it should have ended.
Well, yeah, because
Is
there's a
that actually
second
Stanley?
one in there.
Is
That was
actually
Stanley's voice, yeah.
Ah, it was Stanley.
Excelsior.
Excelsior!
We did
Right.
it! We finished a game. Right.
Yep, we're done. See you up. Limited Night's
No,
closing.
yeah. We're
Um,
not closing. We've got 10 minutes left. We're gonna potter about for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But what we do need to decide is what Lego game I'm moving on to next time.
Lego Harry Potter books 5 to 7.
No, that's
Gabe-
my game.
Gabe's got
Fuck
that.
off, T-boy.
Gabe's got
I've also claimed
Hey!
Lego Star Wars.
Star-Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star Wars. Garwian.
I like his outfit better in Guardians of the Galaxy rather than that.
T-boy, did you say you're doing Lego Star Wars? You wanted to do
No,
Star
I am.
Wars, right?
You can't do 2 of the longest fucking games, Gabe.
Yes, I can.
Then you've got to play.
I mean, to be fair, she doesn't have that many. I do have all the
I
Batman
don't.
ones.
Yeah,
So I could do the
Carry on
Batman
superhero.
ones.
Carry on superheroes.
Mr. Titters, there you are, my
Yeah,
great
there's Marvel
comrade.
Avengers.
Black Panther.
I mean, I don't want to go just from Marvel Avengers to another Marvel Avengers.
Do Batman.
Okay, do Batman then.
Yeah. Oh my god, Captain America.
Mr. Tiddles.
Mr. Tubes.
I know Star Wars the best, but I didn't have it on PC at the time, which is where I started on Harry Potter. Actually, no, I did Harry Potter because I was like, I'm gonna do Harry Potter randomly, and it started this series. So you should thank me.
Hey, I gave you some credit. I was saying only last night that like the whole limited night thing was like when we reformed the company and its new guys, we were like, let's just throw some shit at the wall and see what happens. And then that's what we did, and out of that became the Lego series. Right, hang on, I'm going to bring up Steam.
There is Lego Indiana Jones.
So everybody enjoy looking at my Steam for a second while I get the list of Lego games up.
I'm going through the ones that are actually on sale.
So I've got I got Batman 1, 2, and 3. Lego City Undercover has been earmarked by T-Boy. Harry Potter Gabe's doing. So I could do Indiana Jones actually. That's not a bad shout. Or I could do Jurassic World if people want Jurassic World. Or I could do the movie. Or I could do Ninjago. Or I could do Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wait, is that
Or I could do... No, actually, I won't do Hobbit. Worlds
You
we
could do
can't.
the Hobbit. I don't want to do the Hobbit.
I could do Hobbit then, I guess, if people want to do Hobbit. We're doing the thing. Jurassic World's getting some shouts, so we could do Jurassic World. So alright, we'll do Jurassic World, and to prove I'm doing it, I will install it now. Although not on stream, but I'll set it to install. Oh God's sake, it's gonna sit here now on a fucking menu for 5 minutes.
God damn
Just
it.
press cancel then. That's what
It's
the button's
fine, it's fine. It will allocate disk space. Right, let's go back to this.
Minimise it and then just play new.
It's fine.
Oh.
There we go. Right.
Right,
So
we'll
for the
play
last
some
10 minutes, I'm gonna pot around and collect some bits.
No, I'll play some Siege. Just want some Siege.
And we'll play Siege after the stream.
Oh, Lego Jurassic World also has shared split screen.
What, online?
No, it just says shared / split screen, so I'm assuming that's one screen.
Yeah, probably. So theoretically, I can change characters now. Oh yeah, there I go. Ooh. Exciting. Alright. Let's go down into the city actually and try and collect some heroes, shall we? I think I've got all the heroes here, up here.
Marvel Jurassic World. Oh yeah, Chris Pratt's in the Lego movie. Isn't he the main character?
Alright, let's go off the end of the helicarrier here. Kai, for the last time for a while, here's your music. We're gonna sit silently while this plays. You ready? Here we go. Because I know you like it.
Well, you said silently.
Fuck off. There we go.
And that's copyright strike.
Ain't beating mine.
Why would that be copyright struck?
Because everything's copyright struck.
It's like Marvel music.
It's not official Marvel music.
I'll be alright. I'll be fine. Right, let's unlock.
I'll tell you what, just dub my music over.
Ah, shit, this was a. Oh no, I was gonna say that's an easy one.
Yeah, let's dub it live, T-Boy.
Get out of the way, Doom. Let's see what's happening.
You spin round in a circle and shoot.
Okay, hang on. We'll do this like this. Ah, okay, so that's not quite as impressive as I thought. Oh wait, does the time go up if I destroy one? Oh, it does. Okay,
yes.
That's better. Hey!
What was it? You get gold brickles.
So you're not testing. I assume he's a mini version. I don't know. Shall I turn it in and find out? But yeah, probably. Galactus.
Oh, you got Hulkbuster armor.
There he is. Frost Giant. Yeah. Yeah, there's Galactus. Yeah, there he is. Little mini Galactus. Oh, look, he flies. Woo.
I am Galactus, devourer of cakes.
Oh man, he loves cake.
Oh no, Neve hasn't made me cookies today. I'm very upset.
Oh, your life is so tough.
Lego Day. She always makes me cookies on Lego Day.
You get cookies like every day. Oh, hang on, what's happening?
No, every Lego Day I do, because you don't skip Lego Day.
I think I've just crashed out my computer. We're trying to load that game.
Wait, what's
There we
that?
go.
Yeah, but the other day is not
Yep.
Lego Day.
I just crashed
it will
Lego
be.
Marvel Superheroes by installing Jurassic World.
Rip.
Also, Kai, in answer to your question, I have a lot of games because I'm a giant whore for games. Also, I buy a
many
lot of
games do you
Humble
have,
Bundles. Damn it, I was just looking at it and then you made me go off it. 418.
I have 104.
I don't have very many installed, obviously.
160.
How many do I have installed? I have 22 installed.
I need to check
But
what's installed.
You can see some of the games.
Wait, how many have you got installed, James?
How many have I got installed? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hover over your library. Hover over your
I've
library.
got 63 installed right now.
Oh, jeez, I'm on 88.
I'm on 22.
That's like 9/10 of your games, though, isn't it, Gabe? Or the ones you can play.
That's also, bear in mind as
1/5.
well, that that's only Steam games. I've also got State of Decay 2, A Way Out. They're not Steam games. Recall's not a Steam game. Sea of Thieves is not a Steam game. It's Microsoft Store.
Oh, fucking Microsoft Store. No,
Yeah.
I'm not playing it. No, fuck off. Not buying
But
it.
but we wanted to stream it on Thursday. If
Well,
you don't
if
buy it,
it's
how will we stream it
for
on
the audience-
Thursday, T-boy?
If it's for the audience, ... What are you opening it for? It's going to take you 5 minutes to get back into the game.
I don't know. I didn't want to sit on my desktop for 5 minutes.
Oh, as a heads up as well, guys, this week I might be a bit fucky with being on.
A bit fucky with being on. What does that even mean?
It's either going to be next week or the week after T-Boy's getting his new PC.
Oh, right, yeah.
So.
Well, we got a lot of changes, actually, if you think about it. Because you got a PC coming. I've got, in a
I'm
week,
redoing my office at the
just
same time
over
as
a
well.
week, I'm redoing this room, hopefully. At least at some point that week. Man, we got loads of shit going on. Yes, Dob, you did spoil New Vegas. I actually installed it the other day when we were talking about Fallout, you and me. Because I realised I hadn't played it for ages. And Fallout 4 just basically annoys me. So...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Fallout 4.
See, I love Fallout 4, but I don't like the base building. And I get sick of Preston Garvey. If I could turn Preston Garvey off...
You can mod him out.
Can I? Oh man, I should totally look at that then.
Yeah, but then you'll just get me on fucking voice chat going, your settlement needs attention. James, your settlement
Well,
needs attention.
I just don't want to do the settlement stuff really. That's my thing with it. Where's the thing for this one?
Alright, buying State of Decay. Wait, do people want to see our stream State of Decay 2 Thursday? That's the important question, right?
Well, yeah, okay. So it's worth saying there is a plan potentially to buy the stop. Cheers for that. To possibly do
Alright.
State of Decay 2 if people have an interest in us playing that. Anime games. Stop. We can't always just do anime games. You always want anime games. Have I unlocked Magneto yet? I don't think
Yes.
I have.
He's somewhere near the side.
Wow, thanks for the help.
Microsoft
Oh wait, it's
Store.
alphabetical, so he'll be around here somewhere.
I'm not streaming any more anime games for a while. I need to cut down drinking. My doctor says my liver is about the same as a 40-year-old alcoholic's. So
Magneto, Acolyte, Magneto, here he is.
I wish I was.
There we go.
I wish I was telling the truth, Gabe, because.
I told you he's at the side.
Alright.
It's Ultimate State of Decay 2. What's the Ultimate edition we got?
I got that.
Independence package.
I bought
It's only
that.
15 quid more. Yeah, I'm buying it now.
Yeah, so I think what we're doing is Thursday we'll do some State of Decay, because it's co-op, and I love zombie games, and that game's fun. So and it's one we've not played yet, so it'd be nice to play that. And then
I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. I don't know.
Saturday.
Well, Saturday there's something possibly being done, but it needs a bit of extracurricular work beforehand, so we won't say anything about it yet, in case we don't do it.
Can I just buy it for the Xbox One?
Yeah, it's the same game, dude. It's a play anywhere. You can buy it for both. It doesn't matter.
It said. I didn't know. I don't use Microsoft Store. I think it's stupid.
I mean, I agree. It's pretty stupid, but it's, you know, it's just the way it works, buddy. Does she not mind control people? I guess not.
No, you need the red-haired one.
Oh, Jean Grey.
Phoenix, yeah.
There we go.
Jean Grey.
No, I know what I'm doing on Saturday. It's just we've got to do a little bit of stuff.
No, yeah, we have an idea for Saturday, but we just don't want to announce it yet because we need to do some stuff before we can do that stream. So just in case we don't do it, because, you know, we might forget or we might get busy. I don't know. We've got like 4 records or something planned this week. We're trying to cram a lot of shit in this week. That's the downside with me being on a holiday, is we've done like very little in the way of recording for weeks. Oh, look at this.
Alright, Stop, we were going to invite you into it, but now you're not invited. Doubt us like this.
Get wrecked, Stop.
Yeah. Boom. Isolated. That's a thing, right?
Was he not isolated anyway?
No, he is now.
What the hell do I have to do here?
There's webs, so I can assume that you might someone.
Oh, there you go.
Stop! I let you on the fucking stream on Saturday, you bastard.
It's just true, Stop. Be nice, Stop. You don't want a job here, remember? We had this discussion earlier.
It's pretty small.
I just bought a new game that I want to play. But I'm not going to play it till Thursday. I'm going to go in blind.
Alright, fair enough. I've played a bit of it, so I can teach you some of it.
I'm out the house tomorrow anyway, so I won't be able to play tomorrow.
Oh, are you going tomorrow, Teebs? Tell everyone.
Going out.
Unless it's secret, in which case don't tell anyone.
I'm going out.
Oh, fucking hell, you and your goddamn social life.
What?
I know what you're thinking.
Stop having friends.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm coming to see you. I'm going to see you late June anyway, James.
Just because you're only friends with like 30 years younger than you, James.
That's true.
I'm not 30 years younger. I'm like 10 years.
That was more of an insult on James, not you, and you got offended.
Because I'm defending my boy James.
Why the fuck?
You've got to get closer.
Oh, there we go.
Come a little bit closer.
Man, I am collecting tokens for days. Look at this. Also, I've just realised we're actually basically out of time, so we're done.
Alright, bye.
So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like this. Make sure to give us a sub. Make sure to hit the buttons. All the usual YouTube-y gubbins that people ask you to do. Check the description. Come join us in Discord for all the lovely community stuff that we do. And go to Patreon as well. Go and support us monetarily if you've got a few bucks to send our way.
Per month, but if not, we've got donations.
Yeah. And generally, we'll see you again for a stream on Thursday for some, as aforementioned, State of Decay 2.
We'll
Gabe,
think of a cool
say something witty and then we'll end.
Witty.
Alright.
Finally, I thought you were going to actually ruin that. I honestly thought you were going to fuck that up.
Fuck off, T-Boy.
Bye everyone. We'll see you on Thursday.
Bye everyone.